that they are stunned into submission, brain paralysis, unable to express anything. And then no one believes them. They're just like, what are you, deaf, dumb, and mute? There are people who still talk like this. I was walking down the stairs in my building just to come out for this. And as I passed by the 12th floor, I always walk down the stairs. It's very rare that I take the elevator. For various reasons, because people like to come on and mess up your energy there, and you're trapped in a box going down to the lobby. It's hard to explain. It's a little too tiny and people pile on. It gets really weird. So I was walking down the 12th floor door on the stairwell, the south stairwell, slams really hard. Like, it reaches a certain point, it'll reach right before it's supposed to close, and it goes through it. It's been doing this for a long time, I noticed, and it slams so hard it sounds like a gunshot. So I was coming out this morning, and you know, it happened. I don't know if anyone was around or anything to time it so that they would go through the door so that it would make the slamming sound, but apparently it was open and then slammed, you know, just as I was walking by. And it's so loud. It's like most people, even if you don't have sensitivity issues, would have a severe reaction to that particular door. I don't like to contact my management company that much because there's so much to talk about that I didn't want to be labeled as like a big complainer. There are so many things to say, like, is it a setup? So we have a woman here. You could see that's her in her shadow, but what if it looks like someone jumping out of a window? And what if that's orchestrated and someone has a system around a person to see if they can get them to jump out of a window? I hate to say this because I want to see the world in a positive light. There's more good than bad, hopefully, but the bad still exists, and they are willing to go to great lengths to surround a person and then possibly have them actually jump out of a window or kill themselves, and death by 10,000 cuts, and it looks like someone killed him or herself, and maybe that's not totally the case. How do things actually happen? It's really hard to kill yourself. You know, it takes a lot of something to be able to do it. So if someone gets that far, then what are the forces at play that get them that far? And in a way, the forces are to be blamed, if you will, for potentially actually having the intention of laying down a gauntlet on your neck. What if that, you know, mural is actually a symbol of people trying to swarm someone to see if they can get someone to actually jump? It's like that song, right, what's his name? David Lee Roth. Go ahead and jump, jump. What if that song was actually used subversively? And here's it gets worse. So people would have to be in a certain position in their lives to actually think that they need to do something to themselves. Or can someone actually be handled so much that they don't even realize that they're about to jump off a balcony or get into a plane crash? They are handled so much that their logical brains, or their brains that would understand totally what's going on, don't work correctly. Most people, you know, can most people, but I'm just saying, all you need is an orchestrated community or an orchestrated system around targeted people, and all of a sudden someone wins the crown on the skull of the Skull and Crossbones Society. So anyway, that's a little point I wanted to make. We are working on 31 minutes. Some time here. I love the, it seems like he puts birdseed down frequently, so it's so cute to see the birds eating. I have birdseed at home, and sometimes I forget to bring it out. Clearly I have enough here. So Ensemble Arts Broadway. They have some sort of purple be our guests, you know, purple table with candelabras and Baroque time period looking outfits on that poster. What if, you know, you were given the idea, like, well, you're being slaughtered daily by some sort of crazy game in Philadelphia. You know, all you'd have to do is talk to your dad, and he's like, oh, well, your aunt's coming over, we're having dinner, and someone puts through the idea, say it's on the airwaves, you wouldn't think of this. Like, they're all sitting down for a ritual. Like, in a way, like, you could start to wonder, like, what if people are handled so much and they're so used to certain practices, they don't even realize that they're sitting down for a ritual dinner of the slaughter. You see what I mean? Some people see it that way. Some people see the idea of, like, super busy nights when everybody comes out to eat. Say there's Dining for Life and it draws a big crowd. That would be one event, or, you know, but some nights are more crowded than others. Dining for Life is usually like a week-long situation. What calls people out to the streets to celebrate? Like, it could be a Friday. Like, you could think, okay, well, it's Friday, a lot of people are off at work. No, say it's like a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and you're like, okay, why is tonight so crowded? Was there a extra special thing going on top of the special thing? It could be that they are actually compelled, and compelled could mean someone hot who governs communities needed everybody to come out on a certain night for the ritual dining. And who knows what's going on? See what I mean? So, walking this way, it's humid. Luckily, the sun is at a position where it's not quite on the streets. There's a little bit of kind of thinned out overcastness, so it's not a perfectly blue sky. Kind of hoping it'll not be too sunny. That creates more heat. Although I saw something about thunderstorms. We had thunderstorms roll through last night, and I love thunderstorms. Anything to keep things cooler, the sun sort of behind clouds, and I'm happy. I'm not a hot weather person, which is funny because sometimes I want to go back to Florida and I want like a normal life and to pay a mortgage on a little modest house. The thing is, I don't like the heat. So it would be like, a lot of homes in Florida have in-ground pools out of kind of necessity. So tons of people have them. And it's more normalized as part of the mortgage, if you will. And also you would have to use a lot of air conditioning. And in most cases, unless you live in a downtown little area, like say downtown Gainesville by the university, most cases you need a car to do anything. You could, you know, be trapped into downtown Gainesville, but ultimately you want to be able to drive